Good morning, everybody. It's very good morning here. It is 5:30. I've been up since 4 o'clock. It is quite amazing, isn't it, when you go to bed and you just wake up in the middle of the night for no bloody reason whatsoever. Snore yourself awake or wake up with your clacker-langer hanging out your mouth where it's all swollen up where you've been snoring so much. Well, it's been a hard time for everybody, hasn't it, eh? Over the Christmas period. Are we going to party? Are we not going to party? And then, of course, we all partied far too much. And now the new year is over. It's the 4th of January. It's all back to work. For me, later, back to the studios, interview some more staff to help us make some more programs, get ready for Sunday Night Live, try and think about what I'm going to talk about to you lot today. Well, you don't have to write a script really for it, do you? I mean, the Omicrons now is the worst thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world. It all depends which newspaper you read. But yesterday was an epic day because the day before, my friend and I, Mike Osman, Mike's got a fantastic radio station. It's called the Great British Radio. Have a look at it online. It's really, really good because he plays great music. And he's funny. He does impressions and tons of jokes. It's like radio you actually want to hear. It's rather similar to Ustream. You know, we put on things that we believe people want to see and they can't see on the dreaded BBC. But Mike's programme is his station, the Great British Radio. Check it out, folks, and see what you think. And let me know in the comments. Anyway, me and Mike went down to Cornwall and met him down there. I decided I'd stay in a hotel that I used to stay when I was playing the Hall for Cornwall in Truro. And Manning's, it used to belong to Bernard Manning's brother. And it was sort of okay, a nice bar, quite swinging, open to the public, whatever. So I get down there on the Sunday, about 4:30, and I check in. It looks deserted. It's all shut up, and this nice young lady, a very attractive young lady behind the funny counter came out and signed me in, and I also said, Mike will be here in a minute and I'm paying for both rooms, etc., etc. So I said, what time's the bar open? Why is it all shut? She said, oh, it doesn't open until 5. I said, oh, okay, I'll wait till 5. Maybe it's 5:30. Okay, so I went and sat up in my cell, and 5:30 I went down, one bloke there, in a deserted bar. It really looked as if it was just shut. And I said, what's the deal here? Oh, we don't open on Sundays, really. Oh, I said, do I get it any cheaper? What? Well, because your bar's not open. Is the restaurant open? Yeah. And so he gave me a menu about as big as a postage stamp. I said, that's not very good, is it? Is there any? Well, there's lots of pubs and that in Truro. You can go in them if you want. I said, oh, thank you very much. How blessed we are. Anyway, Mike turned up and I had a pint and he had a cup of coffee, I think. Or maybe he had a bottle of Peroni. And then a man came in and said, excuse me, can we come in here later? No. Why? It's residents only. I said, what do you mean? Said to the barman, person, beard, nice man. He said, no, we're only opening for residents. So the public can't come in? No. And I said, what's up, mate? Well, he said, I've got the cast of the pantomime that's just finished. It's their last show tonight. We want to go somewhere for a drink. He said, well, you can't come in here. You're not residents. I said, well, they can come as my guests. That really pissed him off. And then he said, we shut at 9 o'clock. I said, what? We shut at 9 o'clock. This is now about 6:15. And I said, so what do me and Mike do? I don't know. I said, so there's no room service, no anything? Can't get a cup of tea after 9 o'clock? No. I said, why didn't it say that when we booked? Well, whatever. So I said, well, look, can't we just order 1 million beers at 10 to 9? And he said, well, I can also refuse to serve you. I said, you're going to refuse to serve me because I'm complaining? Yeah, I can do what I want, basically. And so that's how it went. So we went and asked for our money back. And I said, are there any other nice hotels in Truro? And he said, they're all shit. Well, the first one we picked out was absolutely wonderful, called the Davidson or something or other. It's like in an old manor. Fantastic. So we had a good steak and a good gutful of wine. And off we go the next day to see Jethro. Wonderful cathedral in Truro. It must be worth more than the whole of Truro. It's just staggering. And me and Oz went outside and had a mess around with the crowd. There's a couple of pictures Jake will put up here. And then a big procession of Land Cruisers. Jeffro had this thing about Toyota Land Cruisers, and he was shoved in the back of one. They had to rip the seats out to get the fat bugger in his coffin in there. And so they pulled up and carried him in, sat down. Then it suddenly became serious because no one could believe he'd actually died. He's around forever, and he's like the poor or Stamps. And I got up and did my little bit. It was a tough room. You know, the PA system was odd. There was people outside listening, and I listened to the other speaker and the vicar trying to get last. Nothing. I was really, really nervous. You can have a look. I'm shaking. But I got over what I wanted to get over, and then we all piled out and went to this little church that was sort of overgrown. It blended in with the surroundings. And Jeffro went down, was buried. I didn't like that. I didn't like that much. Going down home. I don't know what I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be stuffed and put in the corner. So anyway, you can see it on YouTube, and I hope you like my eulogy. Okay, let's have a natter to the Ustream people. Come on, it's New Year. You've got to join up now. Get onto ustream.com. Join up and see what you're missing.